it's time for another episode of Mail Time. I got two packages here in the mail recently. One is from Lou Spirito, and the other one is from Brian Mahoney. I'm really excited about these. Stay tuned. Well, this first piece is from Lou Spirito. It says, "Handle with care, do not bend." Yes. Well, these are fantastic. So there is a typewritten letter. There is a sheet of typewriter stamps, and on the back is a printed typewriter poster. This is Lou Spirito's 3081 press. Let me read his letter to you. July 1st, 2026, Joe. I just wanted to send these to you, along with my thanks for name-dropping my shop while showcasing Bill Wheaton's baseball scoring experiments. The large print is a two-color risograph. The stamps sheet is on actual gummed paper crafted by my friends at the Portland Stamp Company. Both were inspired by and made for the QWERTY Fest at the International Print Museum this past weekend. The selection of typewriters to illustrated was tricky. Selection was based on popularity among collectors with a few oddballs and historic machines added for breadth of form and design. Hope you enjoy. Regards, Lou Spirito, 3081 Press. So a little bit about Lou. He is a visual communications professional. He has been for over 4 decades. He has Lou Spirito Media Plus Design, and he's had staff assignments at the National Geographic Society, the Washington Post, the Baltimore Sun, and the Los Angeles Times. He has 3081 Press, which is a bespoke, baseball-oriented print shop with vintage Heidelberg press. So let's take a look at some close-ups of what he sent me. So this is the two-color risograph poster. So we have the Hammond, Crandall New Model, Blickensurfer 5, Oliver 9, Smith Corona Silent Super, Royal Quiet Deluxe, Olympia SM3, Remington Quiet Rider, Hermes Baby, Royal Light, Groma Colibri, Olympia SF, Remington Portable No. 2, Royal Model P, Corona 3, Underwood Universal, Smith Corona Sterling, Remington Noiseless 7, Underwood 5, Olivetti Letterer 22, Olympia SM9, Olivetti Valentine, Hermes 3000, Smith Corona Galaxy 12. Those are very cool illustrations. That is such a neat poster. Now let's take a look at the stamps. So these are the same typewriters, but these are color instead of the two-color risograph on gummed paper. So this was, according to Lou, this was done by Portland Stamp Company. So a person could cut these out and affix them to envelopes or whatever, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I think this is a work of art, and I'm going to do something special with these. These are so cool, and Lou is such a great artist. So this is Lou's website, Lou Spirito Media Plus Design. He has a number of things like baseball-themed projects. Here's the 3081 project, observatory, CHP vehicles, editorial illustrations, Nat Geo, branding, and a lot of other things he's worked on. But the 3081 project itself, he talks about how it's an ongoing design study focused on the ballparks of Major League Baseball, highlighting and celebrating the qualities that make each venue unique. So he has these posters about the baseball parks. I like this one here, talking about the differences between each baseball park in terms of the shape of the park. And here is a poster talking about all the different parks. Each one is slightly different. It's a very interesting sport. The gap between the deepest and the shortest outfield distances averages 47 feet in all the parks. So it's just a really cool thing. I like this design of each of the major ballparks and the colors that related to their team colors. So that's a very cool thing. And I think Lou does a great job with this kind of design work with his 3081 project. So the next article is this little envelope from the Typin Pint. of Burbank, California, Brian Mahoney. And it is episode 01 of Clack. That's right, Clack is Brian's first episode of this typewriter-oriented, you might call it a comic book, but it's inspired by that. Let me read you a little bit about Brian. He's a freelance writer, editor, artist, and former journalist. His artwork may be seen in galleries and on beer cans throughout the Los Angeles area. He has the Typin Pint website. It's about art, poetry, apparel, and lots of typewriters. He does custom poetry for weddings, business grand openings, and other events. He also does book cover design and commissioned artwork. Okay, this is issue 1 of Clack. 16 pages of typewritery topics by the Typin Pint. Collect them all. Yes, right now there's one of them, and I have them all so far. Featuring shocking poems, epic tales, original art, plus a guest essay from, yes, Tom Hanks. Love the artwork. Let's look on the back color. Oh, here you go. There's some other products here from the Typin Pint himself. And he included in here this cool Clack Analog Attitude for the Digital Age sticker. There is an article here by Brian Mahoney. He did a lot of the content in here. There is an article by Sarah Everett of Just My Typewriter about her collection of Barbie typewriters, which is very cool. 11 Reasons to Use a Typewriter by Tom Hanks. Here's the Clack map of current typewriter shops. And then there is a Clack crossword and the Barbie continuation of Sarah Everett's article, and I will leave you guys to explore the rest of this issue 1 when you order your own from the Typin Pint. Very, very cool. So let's take a look at his Typin Pint website. So Brian Mahoney has an Instagram page, the _Typin_Pint. There's a lot of interesting pictures, including Clack. And then if I go to the Typin Pint website, art, poetry, apparel, lots of typewriters, get some good stuff. So here is Clack, the introductory issue. Hot stuff in the Typin Pint shop. There's the first issue of Clack. Here is Lost Poetry of Los Angeles, 2011 to 2023. Typewriter stickers, series 3, and typewriter print. Very cool. You can also order a poem via this order form, and he'll mail it to you within about 10 business days, and then meet the staff. This is his staff of typewriters, a 41 Royal, 35 flat top Corona, 1907 Corona 3, 1917 Underwood, a 32 Royal, and a 31 Royal P. Very cool. So there is his website. So I wanted to learn a little bit more about Brian and how he got into this comic book style of art. So I sent him some questions. It's kind of a written interview. So what got you into this comic book style of art? He says, it's no secret the style for Clack was inspired by old Tales from the Crypt books by EC Comics. They were such a weird blend of stylized fiction with very real advertisements for products that also seemed like stylized fiction. I love that dichotomy. I use typewriters all the time and own 6 working ones, plus an Underwood 5 that's for decoration at the moment. But I also use digital tools to draw pictures of typewriters. So I thought the old EC style mirrored what I do with typewriters. Stylized art made with modern tools and modern sensibilities, but on a very vintage subject. However, unlike EC Comics, I am not selling Texas rattlesnake eggs. Second question, how do typewriters fit into your personal and creative life? He answers, when I'm not publishing zines, I use typewriters to create on-the-spot poems for people about any subject they wish. I bought my first typewriter after moving to Los Angeles in 2011. It was a curiosity more than anything, and at the time I was a working newspaper journalist. This black Royal Portable made me realize I was born decades too late for a career in newspapers. I would have loved using these tools at work every day. So I started writing poetry with it on sidewalks and started using it to make art, which led into my art and poetry business called the Typin Pint. My first piece that combined typewriters and illustrations was my Millennium Falcon drawing, around which I typed Han Solo quotes, and it's still one of my most popular prints. I also have drawn more than 100 portraits of people's typewriters from all over the world using Procreate and an iPad, and am mostly self-taught. These portraits have turned into t-shirts, stickers, note cards, magnets, pints, even a fanny pack, but still no rattlesnake eggs. Third question, where do you see the Clack project going? His answer, I vastly underestimated the response to Clack. It's been 1 month to the day after Clack Issue 1 launched, and I'm sitting next to only about 150 copies of the original 500. It truly shocked me how well it's been received. I'm happy to say that because of the overwhelmingly positive response to Clack from the typosphere, I'm already planning issue 2. Basically, as long as people support it, I'll keep doing it. And finally, I asked him, do you have any other projects in the works? He answers, for Clack, I do all the editing, layout design, and most of the writing myself, so that will take most of my time for the next few months. And issue 2 will also have a new sticker. I also may have bought a rattlesnake farm for reasons. Well, that was very cool. So I wanted to thank both Brian and Lou for sending me examples of their work. Lou sent me these 2 pieces gratis, but I ordered Clack from his website, paid the normal price, and I recommend you guys visit both of their websites. And if you're interested in typewriter-oriented art and things, these guys have a great resource for that. And I think this is a kind of a valuable part of the typosphere. People that combine visual creativity with typewriters. That's part of the bigger typosphere. And I think we need to acknowledge that and help support these artists. And indeed, the work that they do is truly creative. And I encourage you also to stay creative and have yourselves a great day. Bye-bye for now.